今天有点冷啊，是4摄氏度。我们今天还是有很大的热情来欢迎我们的 Jim Adam 先生，给我们介绍房屋保养的知识啊，硬知识，秋季和冬季的房屋保养的清单。我们先请 Jim 给大家问个好。
Hello
Jim 是我们的老朋友了，他的公司叫做 Detail Inspection 啊。他曾经在2018年和2022年是整个德州房屋检查协会的主席啊，非常博学，也非常乐于助人。今天我们就请 Jim 给我们简单的讲一下秋天和冬天房屋保养必须做的几样事，不管是你是小白还是房屋达人，都可以学到很多好的知识。今天我们讲的第一项非常重要的一项就是屋顶和排水管。So Jim, we're going to talk about roof and gutters. This house was built in 2003. Do you think it's kind of newer house or in your experience?
A 2003 house is fairly new, okay? You wouldn't expect to see a lot of problems. Now, the one thing that you will find, talking about roofs, is that this age range, a lot of people have never had the roof replaced yet. So you have original roofs on a home that's 20 years or so old. This roof has had some damage, and they're going to do some insurance work on it and get that repaired. But yeah, a 2003 house is still fairly new.
My house in McKinney was built in 2001. We have replaced our roof twice.
Oh my goodness.
It's
yes.
a 2001 house, but
yes.
Hail is very common in this area.
Very common. And right now we're a little further north of Dallas, and the hailstorms tend to come this way more so. You need to make sure after all of the hailstorms are through, then you want to have your roof inspected by a qualified roofer.
Yeah, we actually talk about one of the common issues in DFW area is hail. If you're interested, you can see the video link below. So talk to us what we need to look at when you look at the roof.
When you're looking at the roof, you want to, number one, you want to see on a sunny day, not like today. On a sunny day, you look to see if you see shiny areas on your roof. If you see a shiny area on your roof, then that indicates that the little granules on the shingles have worn off. If the granules on the shingles have worn off, it's not going to be as protective as it should be.
What's the life expectancy of the roof?
I tell all of my clients that the life expectancy of the roof is until the next hailstorm. But really, the life expectancy on a roof is between 15 and 20 years.
Yes, yes. In addition to shingles, what else do we need to pay attention to?
One thing you want to make sure of at this time of the year is that any gutters that you have on your home are not clogged with leaves or any other debris, okay? Now, you notice on this home, we only have gutters in one small area. It's a very good idea to have gutters all the way around your home so that it will help disperse the water and not have foundation problems later on. The way it moves that is, if you notice right here, we have a downspout, okay? This downspout needs to push the water away from the house. But you want to make sure that those downspouts are clean.
So regarding gutters, how often should we check it?
You need to do it at least once a year, and it's best to do in the fall, right before the winter time, after the trees have dropped their leaves, because that's when you're most likely going to have problems and the gutters being filled with leaves.
Everybody is really panicked since we have a 30-year historical freeze in 2020.
Yes.
So what about frozen pipes?
Well, on a home this age, most of the pipes are going to be in the wall, and they're going to be insulated inside of the wall, okay? The one thing that you want to do on a home this age, or actually on any home, is on the outside where you have the spigot for your water hose, you need to do two things. One is disconnect the water hose. You don't want the water hose connected to the outside hose bib. And then number two is they make a cover out of styrofoam that you can place over the outside spigot that will then insulate that and keep it warmer and help prevent freezing.
Let's talk about the windows and doors.
Okay, For the wintertime, this is actually something you want to do in the winter and again, in the fall or winter, and again in the spring, summertime. And that is you want to check the caulk around your windows here, okay? These are in good shape, as you can see. There's no cracks and no openings there. So this would be one that would say this is in good shape. You're not going to have any airflow going through here getting inside the home. It's the same at the doorways. At every doorway, you've also got an opening there. You need to make sure that it has proper weather stripping around the door so that it seals tightly. Any wood in the garage is not a great idea, okay? Especially firewood. So if you have a wood burning fireplace, you want to keep your firewood at least 20 feet away from your home. And in the garage is part of your home. So you don't want firewood in the garage. The reason for that is pests. You will have problems with possibly termites. The termites will be in the wood, they eat the wood, then they will go into your home and they will start eating on the wood in your home. Same thing with this kind of wood, construction wood or anything like that. When it is laying on the ground, that is like a flashing neon sign for the termites to say, hey, the party's right here. So you want to not attract termites.
秋冬季还要注意的一个地方就是我们的壁炉和烟囱。
There's the fireplace and the chimney are two pieces that actually go together, okay? So the fireplace is what you see here. This particular has gas logs, okay? Yeah, we can open that and show. They have gas logs, so there's no mess. All you do is you turn on the gas, you light the flame. On the gas fireplace, you don't need to worry about the chimney as much as you do if you're using wood. If you burn wood in your fireplace, then in our area of this part of Texas, it's a good idea about every 2 or 3 years to have a professional chimney sweep come in and clean the chimney itself, okay? On the gas fireplace, there is one thing that you need to be concerned with, and that is the flue. The damper in the flue opens and closes, okay? So when what that will do is during the summertime when it's really hot, you don't want that air coming in, okay? So you close that damper, all right?
Where is
it's up inside. You can't see it from here. Damper itself, when you're using a gas fireplace, you want to make sure that damper is open because then when the gas burns, it creates carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. That needs to be able to go up the chimney.
快到冬天了，所以我们现在来讲讲暖气啊。我们在 inspection 或者房屋保养的这个地方，我们叫做冷暖气啊，空调。
That anything that you can do to help with the energy efficiency is a great idea. Here we have the Nest thermostat. There we go. This Nest thermostat is a smart thermostat. It will go in and it will adapt to what you like. You can turn it down during the day, you can turn it up at night. It will remember that, and after a certain period of time, it will start turning it down and turning it up by itself, which is really good.
So what do we need to pay attention to the heater?
So at this time of the year, you're going to start using your heater more. So it's always a very good idea to have a professional heating company or the air conditioning company come out and take a look at the furnace. Most houses are going to have the furnace in the attic space. So it's not someplace where it's easy for you to get to. Heaters and furnaces will last a very long time in Texas because they don't get the rigorous work that they do in northern part of the United States where it's cold. Here, a furnace will last 25 years sometimes, okay? The air conditioning unit is another story that we work those very hard in Texas, so they don't last as long, maybe 10 to 12 years time period. So but having a company come out and they call it a checkup on your heating system. And that is what's going to happen with that is they're going to go up, they're going to check and make sure that that it is burning the fuel efficiently, and that it doesn't have any leaks of, we talked about carbon monoxide earlier. Make sure it doesn't have any carbon monoxide leaks anywhere. So it's a very good idea, and it will prolong the life of your furnace system if you have somebody come out and professionally look at that every year.
Jim, thank you so much for giving us this little tips on how to maintain your home in fall and winter. I know that people might not know you work sunny day or rainy day, right?
Yes, indeed. Sometimes a rainy day is a better day for an inspection, especially with the roof. We can see any leaks in the roof when it's raining, which we cannot see during the sunny times.
Great. And do you have any service that help our homeowners? Because they're not necessarily selling their house, but they want to know what they need to work on.
Yes, indeed. At Detailed Inspections, we do offer a maintenance review. It's not a full inspection, but it is a service that we offer that a lot of the gentlemen from the home don't really care so much for us to be there to tell them what they need to do. But the ladies certainly love knowing that they can make the list so that their husbands or significant other can have a list to work off of the things they need to do.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Thank you very much.
我们团队特地为大家准备了一份完整的季节性的房屋维护清单。如果您有需要的话，请在这里留言给我们，我们会发给您。谢谢您对我们的关注。